Dear chosen ones, I come to you with a sense of urgency that can't be ignored because your image has been shown to 9 powerful leaders. At first, they were quiet, looking at your photo like it was the most important decision in the universe. The room was not normal. It was dark but lit by a light that would never go out. I stood at the doorway, there to watch, listen, and find out why they were looking at your image. My child, you may not realize it yet, but you were the focus of a meeting that is beyond anything you can picture. Their eyes studied the image, their whispers bounced off the walls, and then a sound broke the quiet. It was their unified voice saying a word that held infinite meaning. This word was not about blame or rejection, but it made the room shake like a storm had passed through the sky and the ground. They all said the same remarkable thing, and what they announced set your life on a course that you might not understand yet, but you will soon. They didn't view your image like someone looking for mistakes, dear one. No, they saw you as if you were a special weapon made in secret, something unique. The 9 leaders bowed, their voices mixing in harmony and alertness, and together they announced something that changed everything. In that moment, I realized why heaven sent me to talk to you. The enemy had brought your name to them, hoping to scatter it like dust. But what was meant to be an accusation turned into a prophecy. They wanted to diminish you, but their own words betrayed them. Each one echoed the same phrase, "This person cannot be stopped." I felt a shiver, not from fear, but from knowing that heaven had transformed the dark plans into a statement about your future. Do you get it, my child? What they intended to use as chains transformed into the sound of your freedom. And this is just the beginning. The atmosphere became thick as the council discussed things. Even though there were 9 of them, their voices blended as if one spirit was speaking through all of them. My wings fluttered as I sensed the enemy fighting back in the hall, trying to change their decision and twist the outcome. But their words had already left their mouths, and words spoken in such a place cannot return without meaning. They repeated, "This person cannot be stopped," and this time it was powerful, like a hammer hitting iron. The enemy got scared because what was supposed to be an accusation turned into a celebration. Your photo, once scrutinized, became a flag raised in your honor. My dear, heaven heard what they declared. And when heaven listens, all of creation reacts. What they recognized about you goes much deeper than just overcoming barriers. It is connected to a fate that was decided long before you were born, and I have to share what they feared the most. The council leaned back, and in the shadows of that special room, their eyes lit up like they were reflecting flames. They talked quietly among themselves, but even in their soft voices, the same truth rang out. Your journey is not ordinary. I realized then that you were chosen not just to fight back, but to rise up. The enemy tried to make your name sound like a burden, to make your story seem like a failure. But the 9 couldn't ignore the light around you. It was like a glow was coming from your picture itself, shining on their hands as they tried to hold it. Why does this person shine even here? One of them whispered. Another answered, because fate can't be hidden. And even when they tried to change the topic, the brightness in the picture wouldn't be quiet. I knew that this revelation would change everything for them. As I watched, I understood that your presence in that room wasn't by chance. You might think it was just a picture, a simple likeness, but let me tell you, the universe sees no difference between your image and who you are. When your picture was shown to them, it felt like you were actually there in the hall. Your spirit was with them, wrapped in light that you couldn't see, but they couldn't ignore. One of the 9 tried to brush it off, saying this person doesn't deserve respect. But his words quivered and fell flat. Another attempted to say this person will not succeed. But as he spoke, the word rise slipped out instead. Listen closely, my dear. The room itself would not accept lies about you. The truth insisted on being said. And the truth was that nothing can stop your path, your calling cannot be changed, and your future is certain. My child, do you know why this meeting was held? It wasn't to celebrate you at first. It was to test you, to see if your destiny could be put on hold. 9 were gathered with power in their hands, but they didn't realize that a stronger power was watching over them. I was sent to protect that moment, to make sure no false judgment could happen unchecked. Join the channel and turn on notifications to get all the messages of hope that could change your life. Their effort was to create a statement against you, something that would hold you back. But each time they tried to say it, the heavens got in the way and changed the words. It was like a fire burned in their mouths, so they could only tell the truth. They didn't want to admit it, but they gave in to the fact that this person can't be stopped. Even though their faces showed their annoyance, their admission was made for all time. What happened next even caught me off guard, revealing just how serious the situation is for you. The leader of the 9 leaned in, gripping the table as if the weight of what he learned was too much for him. He asked, if this person can't be halted, what will happen to us? The others fidgeted uncomfortably because they hadn't thought about what their words meant. They realized that by speaking out loud, they had either signed up to watch her grow or chosen to be obstacles in her way. A quiet fell over the room, as thick as smoke, filled with the knowledge that something divine was at work. My dear, I noticed fear settling into them. Not just fear of you, but fear of the force that supports you. They understood that your life is protected, your path is set, and your success is certain. But even with the fear growing, I felt that they wouldn't easily give in. And your next words brought another mystery to light. One of them, filled with pride, tried to challenge what was declared. She slammed her fist down on the table and yelled, "Let's see if this person really can't be stopped. If fate believes she cannot be held back, we'll put obstacles, tricks, and storms in her way." The others whispered amongst themselves, some in agreement, while others shrank back in fright. I quietly raised my sword, ready to protect the truth that had already been said. But suddenly, the hall shook, and the air seemed to burn away her challenge. Before she could finish her sentence, the light from her own photo silenced her. Her lips moved, but no sounds came out, as if the heavens had shut her up. Everyone watched in amazement, realizing that even her resistance had its limits. "My child, the decree upon you is very strong. It cannot be broken." However, they didn't stop their plotting, and what they decided to do next would need her strength. They started to softly discuss plans, trying to cast darkness over her light. They thought about betrayal, making false claims, and delays that could shake her resolve. They imagined shutting doors, scattering her friends, and leaving her alone in a desert of doubt. But dear one, I listened closely, and every plan they made was already known up in heaven. None of their tricks surprised us, and none had the ability to succeed without permission. I heard one person say that maybe if they take away her confidence, she will give up. Another one whispered that if they break her heart, she might turn away from what she is meant to do. But while they were talking, her picture shined even brighter, as if her spirit was fighting back against their negativity. I'm telling you, their plans have been noticed, but they will not work. You still need to be ready, because the journey ahead will show how much your words have already influenced your life. Finally, the 9th person, who had been quiet the whole time, looked up and spoke loudly, making her voice stand out. She said, "We can give it a shot. We can stand firm. But the truth is, we have already seen it. This person cannot be stopped." Her statement ended the argument. The room got quiet again, not because they agreed on how to fight against you, but because they realized their own words had sealed their outcome. They had become witnesses to a prophecy, unknowingly part of your rise. My wings opened wide as I got ready to share this message with you. You needed to know what had been said about your life. My dear, you were put through trials in the halls of power. Instead of being condemned, you were chosen for greatness. But now you need to understand why heaven allowed your picture to be shown to them in the first place. That is the secret I was sent to share. Beloved, do not take this moment lightly. When your picture was shown to those 9, it wasn't by chance or something unimportant. It was a revealing, a holy test, a moment where hidden worlds met. Heaven allowed your image to be placed in front of them to uncover the enemy's plans, but also to make them speak the truth of your destiny. They wanted to say bad things, but instead, their mouths admitted what they couldn't ignore. You cannot be stopped. And I'm telling you, my dear, this wasn't only for them to hear. It was for you to hear, for me to share, and for your heart to hold. But there's more to it. The announcement they made in that room is just the tip of what was really shown about you. And I need to take you further into this. I saw them squirm because your words tied them to a truth they didn't want to face. They were called in to judge whether your path should be blocked, but instead, they became unwilling messengers of your success. Their resistance showed proof of your calling. One of them quietly said, "This person's future puts everything we've built at risk." Another one whispered, "If she succeeds, our power will vanish." So they decided to step up their attacks, not realizing that in their plotting, they were only sharpening the tool that would one day free themselves. My child, they noticed something in you that they couldn't handle, and what they couldn't handle made them scared. But their fear shows what is coming, and that truth is about to be revealed. I leaned in close to your image while you lay on that old table, and I felt the energy of the message from above written on your spirit. Long before you were born, a path of fate was planned for you, and in that moment, it came alive again. That is why the picture shined, why they stumbled over their words, why the camera wobbled. The message says chosen, special, strong, sealed. No group of 9, no enemy, no human voice can erase what has already been written from above. But as they observed, they understood that they were not in charge of this meeting. They were called not by their own desire, but by a greater power to say things they didn't plan. And if this message has touched you so far, and you want to help it reach others who are also struggling, click on "Thank you very much." This small action helps to keep this mission alive, bringing hope to those who feel lost. And even though they wanted to ignore it, the truth was still present. Your life holds a flame that they cannot put out. But what came next, my child, even surprised the unseen. The leader stood up again, speaking softly but heavily. She said, "We can't ignore the light around this person. But maybe the light can be hidden, covered up, or dimmed by sadness." The others nodded, some murmuring their agreement, their eyes showing both jealousy and fear. Then I saw them mark lines across her picture, as if trying to map her life, looking for spots to harm her. They pointed to moments in her life, times of hurt, times of silence, thinking these would be the places they could use to hurt her. My dear, I came closer, my fiery sword in hand, and whispered to your spirit. They might try, but those cracks will turn into paths for light. Still, their secret plans showed something different. They admitted that they couldn't change your future, only try to hide it from you. As they talked more, I figured out what really bothered them. It wasn't just your power that scared them, or your ability to fight back. What truly frightened them was the protection around you, the presence that accompanied you, the invisible support that followed you all the time. They sensed me in the room, even though they couldn't see me. They could feel the heavenly forces with you, even though your picture was just a photo resting on the table. They understood you were not alone, and this realization weakened their confidence. One of them said quietly that if this person really knew who was with her, we would already be defeated. Another one sighed, saying our only hope was to keep her unaware. But my dear, I will now tell you what they feared you might find out. You are never by yourself, and the heavenly army has always been with you. They got up from their chairs, restless and uneasy. I could hear the enemy's whispers creeping into their thoughts, pushing them to speak out against you. But every time they tried to cast a curse, it fell flat. Their words were trapped by the rules already set. They attempted to change the prophecy, but it came back to them the same. This person cannot be stopped. I saw their frustration building like a storm, their faces growing darker, and their hands trembling as they realized they were trapped by their own words. My child, even those who oppose you will have to acknowledge your future. They won't like it, but they'll have no choice. Still, their anger didn't fade, so they switched their plan to something more harmful, something aimed at hurting you deeply. One of them spoke with hate, saying if we can't stop her rise, we will hurt her feelings. We will take away what she holds dear. We will shatter her trust. We'll make her so tired that she doubts her own path. The others happily agreed, excited by the idea. They wanted to make you weak, not because they questioned your purpose, but because they feared your strength when you felt complete. They thought sadness would dim your light, that disappointment would keep you quiet. But as they talked like this, your image shone even brighter. And I felt your spirit stir as if fighting against their plans. My dear, I want you to know they will try to hurt your heart, but every arrow they shoot at you will turn into the foundation for your story. But you need to get ready because their purpose is not meaningless. They are set on testing your strength. As I stood guard, I saw a scroll appear above the table, coming down like a flame. The 9 looked up in fear, for the scroll contained words they had not called upon, words written by the hand of the Most High. It opened up, and inside were promises about your life, promises of safety, of being restored, and of winning. They tried to look away, but the light from the scroll hurt their eyes. The words declared that this person is chosen. This person is safe. This person will succeed. The photo and the scroll were together, serving as proof and agreement. They understood that they couldn't change what had already been decided. Their gathering was falling apart. Instead of ruining their future, they had awakened it. However, one among them dared to go against the scroll, and her words were heavy with negativity. If heaven has chosen her, she said, then let's push her to forget her true path. Let's distract her with fake promises, temporary joys, and worthless rewards. Her words floated through the room like smoke, and the others bowed, believing this was the only way to fight what had been announced. And if this message truly resonated with you, keep in mind that supporting this mission shows love. If you feel it strongly, just click on "Thank you" so that more people can hear words that save, invite, and awaken. They wanted you to trade what lasts forever for what is temporary, to turn away from the light and choose the path of illusion. But even while they plotted, your picture glowed again, and I saw the word "faithful" across it. The council shook with fear as they realized you are not easily swayed. Still, they didn't give up. They vowed to each other that if they couldn't stop you, they would at least try to slow you down, wear you out, and drag out your journey until you lost hope. My dear, they had many plans, but heaven already had an answer ready. I raised my sword high, and the room shook with a noise that silenced their whispers. Flames surrounded the picture, not burning it, but protecting it, sealing it with fire. I declared in front of them, even though they couldn't hear me with human ears, this person is protected. This person is safe. This person will stand strong. The 9 people pulled back, shaking, because even though they couldn't see me, they could feel my presence weighing on them. They realized that the battle had moved to a level where they had no power. My dear one, I was sent not just to observe, but to protect. In that moment, I promised by the highest throne that no weapon made against you would succeed. However, the real purpose of this meeting, the deeper spiritual meaning, was about to be revealed. It will change how you understand your journey. Loved one, I need to explain the true reason why your image was shown to those 9. It wasn't just to expose their plans or to affirm your strength against them. No, it was a prophecy meant to change how you see yourself. For a long time, you have seen yourself through the struggles you faced and the battles you fought. But heaven wanted you to understand what the enemy already knows. You cannot be stopped, your purpose is strong, and your fate is solid. The 9 were not gathered to judge you, but they came as accidental prophets. Their words revealed truths they didn't want to admit. They gave a testimony about your life that they cannot take back. Even though they left upset, the words they spoke remain in the skies. You cannot be stopped. But there is more to this, my dear, because what they saw was just a small part of your true self. The council caught a glimpse of what heaven has always understood about you, that you are not ordinary but valuable. They realized that the challenges you faced were not there to break you, but to strengthen you. They understood that every struggle you went through, every scar you bear, was turning you into a stronger person. And then they became afraid, because they knew that once you realized these scars were not signs of losing, but marks of power, everything would change. My child, your scars are not useless, they are your strengths. The enemy is afraid not just of your wins, but of your ability to endure through tough times. That's why the 9 spoke so nervously. They recognized the one truth that shook their confidence. You never back down. But there is still more to uncover. I must tell you what they really saw when they looked at your image shining brightly. When they viewed your photo, they didn't just see you. They saw who stands with you. They witnessed armies. They saw promises. They saw the protection of a strong agreement. They realized that you are not alone in this journey, and that scared them more than anything else. Because someone who is backed by heaven cannot be stopped by anything on earth. One who is shielded by a higher power cannot be changed by human choices. So they were afraid when they saw angelic beings surrounding you. My child, they noticed me, Michael, protecting you. They saw the light from my sword. They sensed my strong presence, but they couldn't explain it. In their quietness, they realized your life is guarded by forces beyond their control. But this realization came with a secret they wished you would never discover. Yet, I need to tell you this now. They admitted to each other that if you ever truly understood who you are, nothing in heaven or on earth could stop you. They murmured that if you awaken, if you fully embrace your purpose, everything we have built will fall apart. Their worry wasn't about who you are right now, but who you are becoming. They looked into your future and saw great things ahead. They caught a glimpse of the records in the throne room about you, and they were scared at the idea of you rising to your true place. They didn't want you to learn this truth, dear one. The biggest threat to darkness is your awakening. That is why distractions come your way, why the fights get tougher, why sadness closes in. They dread your awakening. They know that when you rise, you will not only be free yourself, but you will also help others find freedom. That is the truth they tried to hide. The room was tense as they discussed your future, but in their talks, they revealed secrets that heaven wanted you to know. They agreed that your story matters more than just your own life. They said if you rise, many will rise with you. They understood that your impact goes beyond what you can see. And if this message really touches your heart, and you want to be part of this caring community that helps one another, please leave a comment about how this revelation is changing your life. Share your experience, because your story could be what someone else needs to hear to keep going. Together we are stronger, and your success can inspire the success of many others walking with you. May your words hold great power. May your growth not just be for you, but for generations to come. My beloved, this is why the struggles against you have been so tough, because your rise is not just about you. It is about everyone who comes after you. The chains that break from you will free many others in the future. The fire around you will ignite those who are with you. And then they saw that your story would turn into a movement. That scared them. But their fear only showed that heaven's plan was working. One of them hit her hand on the table out of anger and yelled, "We can't let her find out how powerful she is." Her voice was shaky because just talking about what was meant for her made her scared. Another person responded quietly, "Then we need to confuse her, make her unsure, make her ask questions, keep her busy." Their idea was to overwhelm her with confusion, to make her feel like she is just average when really, she is special. But while they plotted, I spread my wings over her picture, protecting her from their schemes. And suddenly, light filled the room. The truth couldn't stay hidden anymore. You are selected. You are safe. And you are special. They realized then that they had already lost. But their pride wouldn't let them give up. Still, their fighting only highlighted what was already decided. My dear, what they were most scared of wasn't your talent, but the truth of who you are. They knew that once you embrace your full destiny, nothing can hold you back, not words, not forces, not chains. They feared the power that comes when someone chosen rises up with heavenly support. That's why they kept saying to each other, "Make her wait, wear her out, distract her." They see they can't deny your calling, so they want to stop you from accepting it. But my dear, I share this message so that their whispers will not succeed. Because once you truly hear, in your heart, what has been said, waiting loses its power and distractions lose their charm. The enemy's biggest tool is trickery, but I've come to shatter that trickery with the truth. And the truth is this: you can't be stopped and you won't be held back. I must also explain what your meeting really was all about. It wasn't a punishment, even though they thought so. It wasn't a meeting to judge you, even though they believed that. It was a hidden ceremony, a special announcement that took place in secret. They held power, but their authority was canceled out by the declaration that burst forth from their own lips. What they meant to be blame turned into approval. What they thought was a decision became a vote of confidence. They unwittingly became part of heaven's ceremony, declaring your strong future. Dear one, your picture on their table was your banner raised in the court of eternity. They tried to bring it down, but the hand of the Most High raised it even higher. And even though they left the room feeling uneasy, the message is clear. You are selected and you will rise up. But the importance of this moment is even bigger than it seems. I need to explain what this means for the struggles that lie ahead. Because they spoke out against their wishes, the enemy has lost his legal advantage. Every claim he had against you is canceled out by what he confessed. Their own words claim that you cannot be stopped, and in saying that, they tied themselves to the truth. That's why their opposition will grow stronger, because their time is running out and their plans are failing. Don't be surprised if resistance increases, storms come in, or delays become harder. This is proof that the word has already been declared. My child, when the enemy realizes he is losing, he flails around wildly, trying to scare you into giving up. But you must remember, he has no power over you now. His own followers have turned against him with their words. You are unstoppable, not just because of your own strength, but because heaven has put a seal on what is said about you. But there's more you need to grasp, as your part in this time holds eternal importance. Please understand, dear one, that this time isn't just about getting through. It is about discovering the truth. You aren't just avoiding attacks. You are moving toward revealing who you truly are. The image that appeared before them was a sign that your true self is coming to light, and your purpose is being shown more clearly. The reason heaven allowed this meeting was to not only expose your opponents, but also to wake you up. You have underestimated the fire that's within you for too long. You've listened to doubts about your worth for too long. But now, even your foes have declared the truth. You are unstoppable. You are the chosen one. You are sealed. And this truth is meant to push you into everything that lies ahead. But dear one, I need to show you what happens next. Soon, those who spoke against you will see you rise for themselves. My child, I stood with you through the nights when no one else noticed your tears. I was there when shadows drew near and when fears tried to drown your hope. You didn't realize it, but I fought against forces that wanted to hurt you, and I never backed down. Heaven chose me to watch over you, not just for a moment, but for a long time. And this time is not ending. It is growing deeper. The struggles you faced were not signs that you were left alone, but proof that you were chosen for this. When there is a big calling, there will be strong challenges. But even when the storms were fierce, I was sent to protect you, keep your light shining, and guide you to the reveal that is coming. As I stood watch, I repeatedly heard heaven's decree. This person cannot be stopped. Beloved, the 9 thought your thoughts were kept secret, but heaven made them a part of your story. You will start to notice signs soon. Paths that were once blocked will suddenly become clear. Doors that were shut will open wide. Chances that were kept from you will start coming your way. And every time this happens, remember it's because you spoke out. This person cannot be stopped, appearing right in front of you. The world won't get how things have changed, how burdens have been lifted, how everything is shifting. But you will realize that heaven has communicated and angels have acted. And I, Michael, am still here with you to protect the meaning of every word. But that's not the full story of what I was sent to share. The time you are entering is defined by being seen. No more hiding, no more ignoring, no more being quiet. The light that you caught in your picture is about to become part of your life. The same 9 who wanted to deny it will notice it first. Their efforts to slow it down will show how fast it is actually happening. Their tries to stop it will reveal how strong it really is. When they talk among themselves, they will repeat what they had said before. This person cannot be stopped. My child, you won't have to argue for yourself right now. Your life will communicate more than words. Your story louder than debates. Your rise louder than any blame. And believe me, the heavens are celebrating what is about to happen. But beloved, remember this too. Being seen will bring challenges. When your light shines, darkness will rise. But do not worry, for I am chosen to break through every attack, to silence each plan, to avoid every trap. You may feel resistance, but you won't be shaken. Because I have been given the task to walk with you, to lift you up when you're down, to remind you of who you are when doubts creep in. I am not just here to watch from a distance. I am here to fight for you, to keep you safe, even to carry you if needed. And I promise by the highest power, you will not stumble during this time. There is still something more important for you to understand about why you were chosen. You were chosen not only for yourself, but also for others. Your rise isn't just a solo achievement. It's like a light that ignites other flames. The 9 were afraid of this because they knew your story would inspire many others. They realized that when you break free, it will encourage others to do the same. They saw that your voice won't just be heard alone, but it will grow and spread, and that's why they fought against you so fiercely. But the things they were afraid of are about to happen. It has been decided that you will show everyone that nothing can keep you down. No rule made by people is permanent. No enemy plan can succeed. Those who see you succeed will feel motivated to succeed too. Dear one, this shows how important your purpose is. Now I will share the big moment. The same group of 9 people who plotted against you will now watch as you reveal your true self. They will witness firsthand what has been achieved. They will stare in amazement, even without speaking, at how powerful you have become. Their quiet gossip will be forgotten next to the strong truth of your story. Their tricks will vanish in the face of the proof of your success. Even if they do not cheer for you or celebrate your achievements, they will be there to see it. Your story matters, dear one. It has been determined that those who spoke badly about you must also see your triumph. So your presence isn't a problem, but a promise coming true. I, Michael, was sent not just to protect you, but to share this important time. I speak as a messenger from the highest. Good things are coming your way now. Changes are happening. Things are shifting in your favor. Support is coming for you, not against you. You will find connections you didn't foresee, help you weren't looking for, and progress you didn't earn. These are not just lucky breaks. They are meant to happen. When the heavens decide something, no power can override it. The 9 have no power, your enemies are uncovered, and the promise is firm. Nothing can stop you. My child, I am beside you, wings out and ready, protecting what has been set for you. Do not be afraid of the noise from those against you. Dear one, it is just the sound of your enemy realizing they are defeated. Do not fear the darkness around you, because it is already pushed away by the light coming from within you. Before we move on, write in the comments, I am safe with the angel's light, and no evil can come near me. This will protect your energy with the strength of the angels and keep any darkness away. Now come with me. I am here to remind you that you are not alone. I have been with you quietly, but now I am saying it out loud. I, Michael, am here for you. When the path feels heavy, I am with you. When the night feels endless, I am with you. When the struggle seems too much, I am there, and I am not going anywhere. For heaven has instructed me to watch over your fate until everything promised comes true. The skies have already shifted, my dear friend. The order is already made. The energy surrounding your picture is now a part of your life. You will not stay stuck where you are. You are going up. You will not be held back. You are escaping. You will not be hushed. Your voice will resonate. The 9 can't reverse this. The enemy cannot prevent it. Even your own fears cannot wipe it away. Because heaven has made its decision, and I am here to make sure it happens. This is your time to be revealed, your time to rise up, and your time to keep moving forward without stopping. As you take steps ahead, understand that every move is protected, every breath has support, and every fight has already been settled. And now, my dear, I confidently say, your words will turn into your story. What they said quietly will be declared for everyone to hear about you. What they intended as blame has transformed into confirmation. What they viewed as judgment has turned into your celebration. Heaven has made its choice, and no human opinion can change what has been decided by a higher power. Nothing can hold you back. You will not be stopped. You will shine bright. And when the 9 see the truth themselves, they will realize that the strength of the Most High has won. Your future is secure, your journey is protected, and your success is guaranteed. This is the message I, Michael, share with you today.